Thanks for staying with us here on The Pulse. You'll be glad you did, because there's more coming up here in the rest of the show. But the Prince of Wales, who is the eldest child of Queen Elizabeth II and heir apparent to the British throne, is set to visit Ghana, and it's in 2 days. Prince Charles is expected to be accompanied by his wife, Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, who are both embarking on a tour of Africa to deepen the British monarch's historical ties with its former colonies, including Ghana. Now let's discuss how beneficial this visit will be to Ghana. And we're joined in the studios by Jake Obing-Bediako. He's a youth ambassador for Diaspora Affairs, Office of the President, and of course, John Michael Appiah-Champong is a freelance social work consultant. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us in the studios.
Thank you, Jake
and Michael.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'll start with you, Jake, because you would know what we are supposed to know in terms of this visit. How beneficial will this be to us? They are coming. We're excited about it too. We wish it was the Queen, though. But how beneficial will this visit be to us in Ghana?
I think just in terms of media coverage, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing to see us showcasing of our culture, our rich history and ties, and just what we've been able to do with our independence and showing that. So I think it'll be really exciting. Yeah.
It looks exciting already. Looking at them together, it looks like it will be pretty exciting. But Michael, what are we to expect? What do we know?
Well, you know that they're coming to Ghana in 2 days.
Yes.
The weird part is there isn't enough hype. Nobody's making too much noise about it. So I don't understand. You're the media people.
Oh, we're talking about it now.
Yeah, so I asked people, and a lot of people said, when is he coming? But he's coming to Ghana. It's a really big deal because this is the heir to the throne, you know, and he's going to be in Ghana. He's going to be here with Camilla for the first time. Now, what excites me is the activities he's going to be doing. Like, the British monarchy is British tradition, prim and proper. Yeah. And they get to go to Kumasi, go to Menchia, meet the Asante Hene. They probably will drink tea, but go to Menchia, see that merge of Ghanaian extreme culture, like the Asante culture is colorful, it's proper. And so they get to see the Asante culture, then we get to see the British culture, see the fusion, and it's going to be beautiful.
Will he just in case come with Prince Harry or Prince William? Do we know?
No, not confirmed.
Though they are taking, but we're hoping. Do we know? Do we just know? Maybe you don't know, or you want to keep that as a surprise for now?
It's not confirmed. So
it's not? No. Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll just maybe surprised. But let's look at the lineup of events. So we've talked about him going to Kumasi to meet the Asante Hene, in spite of the KNUST riot. But that's just on the side. But what are we expecting? What will be the ideal lineup itinerary for him once he lands in 2 days?
I think the itinerary will be communicated as the day draws closer, but there's going to be a lot of activities between the High Commission, the British High Commission, which is stationed here in Accra, and the government and the people of Ghana. There's going to be a lot of different activities to be looked out for. So yeah, as the time draws nearer, I think there'll be
give up much.
No, it's going to be exciting.
But what will he be doing? What will he be doing once he comes? For instance, one major highlight.
Well, one of the things he mentioned was the trip to Kumasi to visit the Asante Hene, which is going to be amazing, especially in light of Asante Hene's anniversary next year. Just the build up to it. So that's something that everyone is looking forward to, just because of the merge of cultures and traditional cultures, right? And how that will play out. It'll be a beautiful sight to.
Yeah. I can see that. I'm highly expectant already. Of course, we'll be covering as well.
Yes.
Unlike Michael saying that we haven't given it all the hype, but we'll be covering. But is there anything to look out for during this visit? Is there any major project or activity, or a project, for instance, that they will be undertaking whilst they're here, apart from visiting the Asante Hene, and I'm sure we'll be visiting the presidency as well and all?
Well, you see, part of the general idea is, because it sits on the Commonwealth, is to strengthen the ties between the UK and the Commonwealth countries. Now, Ghana being a Commonwealth country, we have that rare opportunity to have close-up meetings and discuss our agenda. Now, I know he's visiting Nigeria and a few other places as well. Now, it gives us a unique opportunity to talk to him, find out what we can do. We know Brexit and everything is up. We know the UK itself doesn't know where they stand with this, and this gives them that opportunity to also talk trade. I mean, part of the idea behind the Commonwealth is also to facilitate easy trade between the Commonwealth countries. And Ghana is on the constant rise. We have a president who is preaching Ghana beyond aid. How are we going to capitalize on this? Because this time around, we have international media. We have all eyes on Ghana. Yes. What are we going to do with the media? How are we going to project Ghana? Assuming that all through from the trip here to Kumasi, wherever else is going to go, we're going to showcase Ghana in a way that says to everybody, the place to be is Ghana. How are we selling Ghana? How are we capitalizing on this to make the best of his visit?
But how has preparation gone so far? Everything set, all set for him to come?
There's, even in the diaspora, right? So last week there was, at St. James's Palace, there was a reception for Ghanaians, Nigerians, and Gambians in the UK, high-achieving Ghanaians, Nigerians, and Gambians in the UK, which was well attended. So much excitement even before he embarks on the journey. So there's him and his wife embark on the journey. So there's a lot of excitement there, and I think he's been accompanied by some high-profile Ghanaians as well, who are going to be showing him around and showing him and his wife different projects and things going on here. It's Ghana's diaspora and the UK relationship is just phenomenal. So, well, yeah, it's always been there. So this is an opportunity to showcase it and show people in the UK who perhaps don't know where their neighbor or their friend or their classmates is from, just the links that these two countries have and have developed as nations over the past.
So the first time we heard that they were coming, the first thing that came to mind for most people, at least in the newsroom, was that why Ghana? Is he going to other African countries whilst he's here, or is specifically coming to Ghana? So the question then is, why Ghana? Why the choice of Ghana for this visit? Do we know? Has that been communicated to us?
No, but Ghana is not the only country being visited. I think it's the most important one.
Okay. Of course, of course. Yes. Okay, so that's why. Then we're looking forward to it, and definitely, you know that JoyNews multimedia, we're giving all the coverage that he deserves, and you're not paying us for it, by the way. By the way, but we're giving it all. But
I
just
think
before
you were honored to be the ones
to cover it, to be the official media partners for it. Of course, we're very honored, and we look forward to that visit. Anything else we would want to add before we wrap up, before we go? Okay,
you go first.
So Jake and
you go
first. They don't want to give out too much about this visit, but in terms of who is accompanying them and all.
Well, you do have to understand some of it is for security reasons as well. You can't put it all. But yeah, I know one of the things he's going to be doing as well is launching the Commonwealth as a competition. I know a lot of schools have been participating. Ghana International School, the Roman Reed School, they've been winning awards, and a lot of them. And we're making relative progress. We're taking enough awards for everybody to look at Ghana like, why are so many Ghanaian students winning these awards? And so that will be done at Ghana International School. It's a good opportunity for us. We're hoping more and more of our young people will get engaged in reading a book, writing some essays, and hopefully winning some categories of the essay awards.
So while he's here, as if it's any tourist sites, for instance, we know that most of the time when we get foreign dignitaries come in, they go to the Cape Coast Castle, for instance, just to acquaint themselves with how the colonial rule and the trade went and all that. Do we know if he's going to visit?
Yes, I think he'll be visiting some of the castles. Okay. Yeah, so that will be done as well. And also he'll be celebrating he will celebrate his birthday while here. Yeah, so that's also really fun.
Will there be a party?
At that I'm not too sure about.
Please, if there is, let me know.
Well, there is a
I have some British
banquet
clothes that I would want to wear. So let's see how it goes. Jake and Michael, thank you so much for being here on the Pulse, and definitely the live coverage will be here on JoyNews, so you know where to keep your dial, and also on myjoyonline.com. We'll give you all the coverage once he hits the country.